Good luck! You'll need it!
was hard to know who was more crazy. Me or everyone else.
Clients want crypto exposure?
No, I don't believe any client has sought out crypto exposure.
Really?
Yes.
But at some point they might. Do you need to be prepared?
I don't, at the moment, no.
I'm very bullish on the long-term viability of Bitcoin.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. To pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Let's go ahead and get back to Bitcoin here. And I was taking a look at the weeklies, and there was a pattern that I'm starting to see form here. And I'm going to go ahead and consolidate this down. You guys are probably starting to already see this here. And I apologize about the chaos because it probably looks really crazy. But what I'm starting to see is a potential cup and handle forming here. And we're actually in the handle right now, which has a huge potential for a massive breakout. And let me just pull it into the handle itself so you guys can see this. I'm not seeing anyone talking about this. I'm a little bit surprised because, I mean, I understand taking a look at the weekly is not necessarily sexy by any means, and maybe it's a little bit boring, but the formation seems almost spot on. As each one of these candles represent a week, you could see how we're on a current downward trend, but there's always that then bounce back out of the out of the upper level of the cup. And this is massive. Boom. Man, welcome back, folks. I tell you what, man, we have a good one for you tonight. And of course, with me, the man who needs no introduction, the most interesting guy I know. When he slices onions, he makes the onions cry. Brawnz, how you doing tonight? You doing good?
Yes. It's a special day, right? It's a special day.
We'll
get into that shortly.
Yeah, for sure. We got some exciting news to talk about. Of course, we're all chattering about the Ethereum, Ethereum, aka Ether ETF, that was approved today. Now, we're going to get into the details in that and kind of talk about what next steps look like and what you kind of should expect on the horizon here. We got some information from our friends over at BSCN, and man, they really got some details you guys want to check out. We'll be talking about that. We'll be getting into the Bitcoin chart as per the norm. Now, of course, none of this is ever financial advice, but before I forget here, Brawnz, we got to make sure that we ask these guys to please like, comment, subscribe down below. Every little bit helps. We certainly appreciate that. Now, getting right back into it. Yeah, Bitcoin chart. We'll be talking about Ethereum. And, of course, there was a little bit of news on Coinbase and XRP. We're going to be covering that. If you guys are into that, I don't know too many people that are into XRP these days. Wah, wah, wah. But you know what? They have some good news. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that. And as of late, we actually had a power outage here in Houston. Kind of made the news. Big deal down here. And, power was out for some of us for days. So we're going to be actually talking about a little bit of, we like the evergreen content. We're going to be talking about our top picks for board games and cards. If that's your thing, stick around. If you, I don't know, you got something better to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is football on? No.
Nope.
Crypto, football. What else is there? Guns, right? Steaks.
There you go.
Past
Thursday
dinner
night.
time. So
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, let's Brawnz, what do you say we jump right into? We want to
Yeah.
we in the intro there, it was a long intro. We do
It was good,
apologize for the late start here, folks. We had some technical difficulties, didn't want to kick us off. We blame servers for that. And but we did want to bring up the charts. Let me know when you see that here. Probably be good if I had this prepared for you, Brawnz, but I don't. I got so many darn tabs open. Got to close some of these.
Oh, they don't crash.
Yeah, well, let's see if that make that not happen here. Let me hide all of my other picks because we want to talk about just Bitcoin. And here we go. So what are we talking about today? Now, we're taking a look at 5 minutes. That's not really what we want to talk about. Let me close some of these other indicators here. And I'm going to go ahead and blow this chart out to the 4 hours so we get a look at what's going on. Overall today, kind of looked like a Bart Simpson over the past week or so, or rather, this past week. Got a retrace, kind of started off right where we began. Now, there's some positive news though in the space, and Bitcoin is obviously the mother, the granddaddy of all crypto, and it's always important to see what's going on here because what's going on here truly does impact the rest of the space, regardless of whether or not you have some big days like today was for Ethereum. But I don't know. I think that we got some upward momentum, and we were actually talking about that cup and handle. But you know what's interesting, Brawnz?
What?
Guess who's talking about the cup and handle?
Oh, everybody else now.
Everyone else now.
Everyone else.
And everyone's jumping on the gosh darn bandwagon. But look at this formation. Now, this is the weekly here, folks. This is what we were talking about. We recorded that and started talking about that about a month ago. And now everyone's like, yeah, cup and handle. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. For real. And awesome. But it's true. And we are seeing this huge pattern playing out. And the formation is just gorgeous. It's that from a technical standpoint, this is exactly what a cup and handle should look like. Now, of course, here is the cup itself. Here's the upper rim of the cup, and then the handle. The breakout is actually supposed to be from the lip here on down onto the center. So the breakout is expected. Breakout's expected somewhere around the 130, 135. So as we start to approach levels here, the level you're going to want to pay attention to is the 72,000 level. Now, when we talked about last week, we talked about the 67,000 level being the resistance, and as soon as it started to push through it, we expected it to just blow right past it, and that's exactly what we saw. So what we're expecting to see here, folks, we're going to start to see a resistance level build up, maybe a day, maybe half a day, maybe more at the 72,000 level. As soon as you start to see a significant breakout in the 4 hour time frames, this thing is going to just, melt faces. So that's what you want to pay attention to, Brawnz. What do you think? Is it happening this week? Is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to say, but I did like that little nice pump over the weekend, right? Maybe we can get another one of those this coming weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
A lot of bullish momentum is coming. So
momentum is here. We have a lot of positive things going into the space. We have SEC starting to actually warm up. The Congress and Senate here in the United States is being very bullish on the whole space. I haven't heard a word from Pocahontas up in, where's she at? New Hampshire, Delaware? I don't know. One of those small, tiny states up there. But I don't know. I think mum's the word, and realistically, it makes sense. There was a lot of news in the space, not just for the SEC and the Ethereum. There was discussion. There was something that was put up on the Senate floor today to discuss whether or not they wanted to have authorize a centralized digital currency, and that was shot down. That's huge news for our space. We want it to be decentralized as much as possible. And is it going to happen? I think, it's probably still going to happen, but it's not going to happen anytime soon here, folks. And if we get, what my friends called him, it's orange face.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he gets in the office, well, and to be fair,
Yep.
my personal politics aside, I think that he would be good for the crypto space overall. Biden, I think, is going to have to start to change his tune a bit to get some of I don't know, the non-boomers on board. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
So
I don't. If it's not happening by now, I don't think it's ever going to happen, right? I mean, there's just only 6 months left before the election. You can't just do it last minute. You need to establish your policies now, and have that take for the next few months. It takes time for people to catch on to that. It's not going to happen like in the last month or so. And if he's not putting that narrative, I don't think he's not gonna do that.
yeah, for sure. We'll have to see how it plays out, regardless of politics. Obviously, we're just here for the crypto space, but of course, politics do play a part. So make sure you're taking a closer look at the politicians you're voting for, especially if this space is important to you. For those of you that are here in the States, now, of course, all of you around the world, make sure you do the same. Play your parts. It's important. So, all right, now take a look at Ethereum. Man, this is a weird day. It's a very weird day because we actually had a fairly significant dump right around 3 o'clock our time. And let's see how let's take a look at this here. Dump overall was, what is this, almost 6%, 7% in no time at all. That's in a 15-minute stretch. And that was, one of two things happened. I think there was some news on X was saying that it was denied, and it rebounded real quick, and then I don't know, call it 30 minutes, 45 minutes later, that's when the news came out, and it started to pump back up. Now we saw an increase all the way up to, call it 39,000 before a retrace. But this is positive news for the space. This is going to get those other big names approved for ETF. There's talk about Solana being next. And of course, all of that means, well, altcoin season's right around the corner there, folks. Man. But let's get through the good stuff first. As some of the other channels that I watched like to say, let's enjoy this, folks. So shout out to those channels. You know who you are. Anyways, what else we want to talk about? We want to talk about this Ethereum SEC approval here, Brawnz.
Let's do it.
Let's move right into it. Real quick, though, let me just take a look. What are we talking about for Bitcoin for the rest of the week? None of this, of course, is never, ever financial advice here, but let me go ahead and just take a look. Someone was actually calling out on one of the other channels a bearish divergence. Let's see if we could actually identify that.
On Ethereum?
No. Sorry, my bad. Let's change that to the granddaddy of it all.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, and again, Ethereum, it's going to take off regardless. You'll see this divergence from Bitcoin in the very near term, but understand that realistically, regardless of the trade that you're paying attention to, whatever coin it is or project, Ethereum is going to, because it's just such that 1%er, that behemoth in the space, it's going to have to either suck all the oxygen in the room or just kind of overload the space and just pump everything up. Take a look at the 4 hour. I'm not seeing any. And divergence, what we're talking about here, folks, let me close this out. Here is a divergence either in volume or in RSI, and then an opposite direction in the overall chart. And I got to be honest, I'm not seeing anything here. So this would be kind of the downward slope for the charts, right? And then downward charts for the overall, either the volume and or RSI, depending on how you're looking at it. Either way, not seeing it. Let's go ahead and blow this out.
I mean, it looks like it's all in parallel.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, unless we're talking weekly, no. Weekly, no. Daily, no. Not really see. Well, I suppose one could argue that there is a divergence in the daily. So we're seeing a potential downturn here in the volume, and then an uptick in the overall chart. That could be what they're trying to be cautious of. I think that, I don't know. I need more data. We'll go ahead and take a look at this, guys, and we'll talk about that more in the coming days. But I don't know. I'm not too over, especially we're going into Friday and then into the weekend where we typically just kind of level off. RSI kind of levels off and resets for the new week. Well, I'm not overly concerned about it, folks. I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it too much. That's just my take on that. So, yeah.
So the next resistance level is around the 72,000.
72,000 for sure. There's no question about it. There's we got some major resistance. In fact, I think we even touched it. So hold on, let me take a look here. Yeah, we touched it and we bounced hard right off of it. And I would say that is the next level that you're going to pay attention to. The other level that you're going to pay attention to, let's go ahead and just do this real quick since we're in the technicals. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Coin Glass. Where are you? Thank you so much. Coin Glass. Bear with me, guys. I'll pull up the screen. Take a look at Coin Glass. We're going to take a look at the heat map. And this is definitely, we got no affiliation with these folks, but definitely something you'll want to leverage moving forward. Let's take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and share this. Bear with me.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
lower level.
Okay, 1 month. Okay. 1 month
yeah,
short.
so because here's the deal. We go into the 24 hour and there's nothing. There's I mean, we're showing some shorts up here, but realistically the consolidation, which is if we touch 70, we're going to go blowing right past it, and then we're in no man's land, and that's kind of where we are down below too. We're in no man's land, which is surprising because I think that it's a little bit undecisiveness in the market. Yeah, but 72s you want to pay attention to. Down below, we may bounce down to 66. There's just nothing here.
Yeah,
I mean, this is going to really be dependent on inflows and outflows.
Right. I mean, all the goodies is between, was that like 69 to 72.
Yeah. I mean, we go down,
based on the month,
66, 65. Maybe we go down 66.5, bounce up. And then here's 72. But so realistically, lower level 65.5, upper level 72, and then it's just resistance. So, I think that's when you have those wide open spaces like that, it's just no man's land, and indecisiveness is really determined on buyers and sellers at that point, not necessarily anyone that's using leverage. So that's what you want to pay attention to here, folks, in the near term. Absolutely. All right, so let's talk about the Ethereum SEC approval. So this shout out to Tom and Ben. Tom, Ben, thank you guys for all you do with BSCN and BSCN News, staying on top of everything. I know you guys got a big staff over there, so you guys are doing it right. There was a lot of chatter, a lot of kind of unknown. Do you see that there, Brawnz?
Yep.
All right. They're talking about, and yeah, no pretty pictures. Sorry, folks. SEC approvals on spot Ether ETF launches. The too long didn't read details, basically saying, yeah, we got the approval from SEC from 19B-4. Basically, it's a proposal. Gets us pending for the S1 registration. Now, they get through the 19B-4. It's almost certain that the S1 goes through. And we actually had to apply for this with our project back in the day when we did that. And the 19B4 is that precursor for the S1 registration. So it's not exactly final here, folks, but it's pretty much a certainty at this point. That's something you'll want to pay attention to. Once the S1 registration gets pushed through, then they will go ahead and, as they say here, take days to months for these ETFs to launch, and then they will go ahead and start buying ET. Well, they'll start consuming ETH.
Yeah.
And, is it happening today? No. Is it happening tomorrow? No, absolutely not. Not likely. Almost also a certainty. So we take a look at the charts. I can't think we're all kind of expecting this thing to just like skyrocket. Well, we're not quite there yet. They can't consume it unless they're consuming in other vehicles. But understand that here in the States, there are a lot of regulations they need to follow. They can't just buy on the side and do what Binance does over there and wherever the heck Binance is, Hong Kong. Yeah, rules are a little bit different here, and we got a lot of folks watching what's going on in this space. So,
yeah, definitely shout out to BSCN because when we did find out the minute that this was approved, we didn't see no action, right? We were like expecting things to pump, but yes, it was only the 19B-4 proposal, and that's good because that's like, I don't know if anyone saw Maverick, Top Gun, when they had to blow up the base when it says Miracle Number 1.
Man,
remember that scene?
I haven't seen that in like 2 or 3 days. So
Okay.
I'm overdue. I'm definitely overdue, but yeah.
So Miracle Number 1 was accomplished. Now, well, it's not really a miracle, but now step 2, for the other registrations, and it's all of them, right? It's like ARC, with BlackRock, everything. Once that goes, it's almost similar to what happened to Bitcoin's approval, ETF approval. So, I mean, there was no action, when the initial approval came about, but once it was approved for them to start trading, that's when it started really pumping, and that's where we're gonna, that's most likely what we're gonna see. And then what they said on the Twitter, it says, from days to month. It most likely, I mean, in my opinion, it's going to be, within a couple of weeks. I don't think it's going to take that long for months. Like I said,
no, I don't think it's going to take months, but it doesn't hurt to actually say the words, because we still do see some ETFs coming on even right now, months after, right? So, and I think it really depends on the size of the organization, the size of that financial institute, and the means that they have to actually kind of push this through, right? Not everyone is BlackRock, where they have an army of lawyers, hyper-focused, the top of the top, just pushing things through as they need to, having those politicians in your pockets. I mean, not everyone's BlackRock. So months is possible. And yes, we're going to see it. I mean, they're just going to keep on keeping on. We're going to see, even in the Bitcoin ETF space, just more financial institutions coming on and on here in the States and, of course, around the world. So, but the rest of the world now has to play a little bit of catch up. I'm a little bit surprised about that. I really am. I suspected that we wouldn't be first, at least for the G6. I don't know. I expected a little bit more out of Europe, but I don't know. They'll play catch up. I know it. I am certain of it. So more to come, folks. The future is bright. got to wear those shades.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is a big turning point. Man, 2024 is going to go down in history, with the ETF of Bitcoin now with Ethereum. Ethereum is leading the technology space, right? This is where like the NFTs, the video games, all the Web3 stuff is on Ethereum. You have all these L2s. You have these other, I don't want to say wannabe, I guess, for lack of a better term, you like with these Say and Solanas. If Bitcoin is the granddaddy, Ethereum is the daddy, I would say. So much innovation, so much developers is on Ethereum. This is me envisioning from 6K to 10K happening this year. I can honestly see that happening. 6K to 10K for Ethereum. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Next couple of years, a lot of action going on. So now financial
Fun,
advice.
yeah, absolutely. Bull Run is here, folks. Get your popcorn ready. I feel like this is what we've been waiting for. Now, to be fair, I feel like the Bull Run's been here for a little bit, but well, I don't want to pull up that chart that I had sent you earlier. We'll talk about that next time, but
Okay.
enjoy the moments here, folks. Bitcoin is granddaddy, going to push us all up, and then we'll see Ethereum take it over, take that baton and run with it. And then, of course, after that, well, we'll have to see how it all plays out. So let's talk about how it all plays out. We got obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, one of the big ones. Man, I don't even know if I want to bring this up.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it. Let's talk about Coinbase. Coinbase reopens XRP trading in New York State. So
Yeah.
to be honest, it's funny, and speaking with Brawnz, we didn't even know that it was banned.
Yeah.
For being in the space and being hyper focused on everything that's going on in the space, I had no idea that New York had it banned. And,
right. Yeah. Shame on me too. I mean, I would say I used to be a diehard XRP guy. So for me not even realizing that they were banned in New York. So I feel a little-
acceptance. That's one of the first steps, and you are Brawnz, and you now admit it. It's okay. It's all right. poor Brawnz. Yeah, we were talking about XRP. How many years ago was that now?
Man, almost 4 years.
4 years ago. Yeah. We were.
The
Brawnz and I were clashing. Man,
Yeah.
I was total ETH head back then. Kind of, sort of, still. I don't know. And XRP, baby, man.
Yeah.
They had a rough run, but it looks like it's getting a little bit easier for these folks. Going to be opening up trading here in New York, and that's good news for them, especially here in the States. I mean, come on, New York. It's one of the largest, most populated states out there, outside of Texas, California, and Texas, California, and I think that to have them not have that ability to buy XRP in that state, man, sure, there are ways to get it, but legally, no, that's just bad news. So,
right. I mean, talk about boring. I mean, with this news, this is considered bullish news. It still didn't even budge.
still didn't budge.
It's just,
Still didn't even budge.
XRP's been,
That needle did not move.
Did not move. So
Did not move.
up
So-
or down. I don't know what's going on. You showed me the video earlier today about.
Yeah. Let's do it. So shout out to Crypto. You guys know him. You know him. The guy with blonde
This is
hair.
it. This is how we
He's in
feel
the
right here.
middle of the desert somewhere. But this is he posted something about XRP holders understand this. So take a look at this. Yep. Both sides. Been there. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it's stuck on 99 downloading. That's for sure. Man, these poor bastards. I tell you what.
XRP.
That's all right. We wish them the best.
Mhm.
XRP is a fine product. They just got caught up, I guess, in all of the legal concerns in the space. So
Yeah.
let's keep this moving right along, shall we, Brawnz?
Let's keep it moving.
Let's keep moving. We got a late start here, folks. We want
Yeah.
to get you guys through this as quickly as possible. So that was all crypto that we want to talk about as quickly as we could. We're going to move on to the evergreen. And what are we talking about tonight here, Brawnz? Let's go ahead and pull this up. What is this? What is this? This
Board
is
games.
board games, card games, and we had a significant outage here. We had in downtown Houston. Winds up to 120 miles per hour. That's a lot for us down here. And I feel like we may have seen that during hurricanes, but not just your average, average storm. It just came out of nowhere. So what happened is, it got a lot of us out of power for a long time. Some of us, unfortunately, are still without power. It's been almost a week, a little bit over.
Mhm.
But what can you do in those times? Entertain yourself, entertain your family. Well, why not some card games, some board games? So let's talk about that, shall we?
Yeah. All right. What do you mean? How to play good at group games for adults? This will be a breeze. Compete with your friends and family to create the funniest meme. Do this by using one of your dealt caption cards to caption. Get it? The photo card in each round. Basically,
Man.
yeah. Who has the funniest caption wins the round.
Whoever has the funniest caption wins the round. Yeah. So I have not heard about this game, but Brawnz, you had brought this to my attention, and we got a short clip about that. I did find it interesting, actually. It is kind of funny. Let's take a look at this. Let me know when you see that here.
Yep.
All right. And what's this sound like?
When you're trick-or-treating and someone gives you a toothbrush.
One. It's like the same thing.
I know.
It's like the dog version of this.
Yeah.
When it's day 2 of your diet and someone brings loaded potato skins to the potluck. One.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's good. When your dad's new girlfriend complains about how ugly her sugar daddy is.
Oh.
That's my favorite of all time. All right, you can take it.
Point. Now, apparently, you need to have a judge with this. I feel like if you're both playing this game,
it's
it was kind of a little one-sided, but definitely a good one. I think that I haven't seen that game, but definitely one I think I'm going to have to pick up and see what it's all about.
Yeah, it's the meme generation, right? This is like one of the newer games out there, so that's why I felt like this should be in the list. But yeah, I think there's 2 versions of playing it. Like right here in this picture, like someone will have to pick from a pile of pictures, put it on the easel or whatever, and then someone with your cards with the captions, then throw out your best caption. And so I guess there's 2 versions of playing the game.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's definitely worth it. Check it out on Amazon. Actually, this thing isn't that expensive at all. I think it's actually a pretty good deal. But check it out. All right. What do we got next? Man, this one's famous.
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, I think it's one of the top sellers in Amazon. The first version was made by a creator for a New Year's Eve party. People seemed to like it, so they put it on Kickstarter in 2010. It made a lot of money. Cards Against Humanity is a game. It is made of cards, and you put the cards together to make jokes.
Put the cards together to make jokes. Have you played this before?
I did, yes. And it's almost like the memes. That what do you meme? Basically there's a topic, and then you got to match that topic with one of your cards, and whoever has the best answer, but really it's the worst answer, wins or gets a point.
Yeah, this one actually, I've heard of this one. Again, I don't know. I guess at some point, I suppose I just got out of card games and board games. Didn't really get back into it until I started to have kids. And even then, we're playing Candyland. We're not playing Cards Against Humanity. I suppose we need a adult gaming night.
There you go.
I don't know. Where do you draw the line on that one? But
Yeah.
yeah. So Cards Against Humanity. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is a little bit more. It is, yeah, horrible people. Yeah. All right. I get it.
Let's play Cards Against Humanity, a party game for horrible people. Okay, here we go. Dude, do not go in that bathroom. There's a sad hand job in there. There's puberty in there.
Oh,
and
boy.
last but not least, there's wet dreams in there. I'm gonna have to go with a sad hand job. Hell yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. It is truly a game for horrible people.
Definitely. It goes great with a cocktail or something.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Cocktail. No pun intended.
Yeah.
This is true. Are we playing a game right now? What's going on here, brother? Let's go ahead and pull this back up here. So yeah, Cards Against Humanity, definitely got to check it out. Another one of those lowbrow type games, but definitely worth every penny. It feels like that's another one that just is, well, it's cheap. It's cheap. To be honest, I don't know. Board games, I don't know. Inflation doesn't seem to be impacting these things. So check it out on Amazon. Cards Against Humanity. Third one we got here, Brawnz. I'd never heard of this one. I felt like I heard this one.
It's kind of like Clue. It was like Clue. Betrayal at House on the Hill. Tile by tile, terror by terror. Build your own haunted mansion and then try to escape it alive. With 50 blood curdling scenarios, each trip to the house on the hill promises fresh horrors. Players must work together to survive the nightmare, except for one player who becomes the traitor.
Yeah. So this one is definitely like Clue. Now we actually had a video for this, and for whatever reason, I cannot get it to load, which is a shame.
Sorry.
Yeah, but it is like Clue, and actually combined Clue in there. In fact, let's see if I can let's do this. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, technical difficulty here, folks, but let me go ahead and pull this up. We're just going to.
There used to be a commercial Clue back in the days. I think I remember.
Commercial. There was a movie. There is video game. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
But here's the actual video that we got from. This was from YouTube here. This is a 3-minute board games. This is just a guy that talks about the board games 3 minutes or less and kind of gives an overview. We're not going to play the whole thing, but here we go.
This video is brought to you by the 3-Minute Board Game patrons. Keep us independent by supporting us on Patreon.
Yeah, pay them. Keep it going. Pay them.
That's pretty cool.
Kia ora koto, and welcome to Betrayal at House on the Hill, 3rd edition, in about 3 minutes. Review copy used. It has no solo mode. It's a game for 3 to 6 players, playing time is medium, and it's a reasonably simple game. You are exploring a haunted house. Everything starts off normal, but you begin finding rooms with sinister purposes and seeing strange omens. Then, suddenly, the haunt begins. Once the haunt is triggered, you will have a second setup phase as the full scenario rules are revealed. Each scenario will have a different win condition, but in general, dropping to 0 health will be bad for you.
Yeah. Dropping to 0 health will be bad for you. I think that's for most people. I don't know how we gauge that. Maybe you approach 100 years old. Maybe that gets to, I don't know, 0. Is that close to that? I don't know how that works out. Let's take a look at this. So I was watching that, and I was definitely feeling the whole Clue vibe. I don't know if you guys seen Clue. Here's a little clip from Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, need some whiskey.
All right, look, pay attention, everybody.
Yeah. Let's set this up.
Wadsworth, am I right in thinking there is nobody else in this house?
No.
Then
No
there
one's
is someone
dead.
else in this house.
No, sorry. I said no, meaning yes.
No meaning yes? Look, I want a straight answer. Is there someone else or isn't there? Yes or no?
Who's the killer?
No.
No, there is or no, there isn't?
Yes.
Don't you think we should get that man out of the house before he finds out what's been going on here?
Yeah. How can we throw him outside in this weather?
If we let him stay in the house, he may get suspicious.
If we throw him out, he may get even more suspicious. If I were him, I'd be suspicious already.
Oh, who cares? That
I don't know who kind of brought to the party. What's his name? Doc. Yeah, he somehow made it there, and man, I'll tell you what, that's a good movie. Got to check it out. Clue, though the game Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's definitely got that same vibe. Looks more like a card game. It's interesting. It's a combination cardboard game. But this one's a little bit more expensive, 35, 40, 50 bucks. They have expansions on it. And find out who the killer is. And one of the killers is you. So interesting. Interesting. All right. Moving on to the next one here. Let me go ahead and pull this up. You know that you see that there.
Yep. Oh.
Good old son of a gun. Did I skip one?
Yeah, the card.
Oh, Lord help us. All right. Well, you know what? That's okay. This is all live here, folks. We're prepared for this. To a point. Let me go ahead and pull that back up here. And so playing cards is what I brought up. Yeah, it is definitely, it's not sexy. It's not. But deck of cards, it's versatile, right? Versatile. I don't know, potato. Play alone, by yourself. If you're lonely, you can build a house of cards or play solitaire. Throw them into a hat. You're with people. I mean, countless games that you can play. Blackjack, poker.
Definitely.
What? That's not poker. Poker. Man, that's a typo there. We have to be a little bit more careful. Or better yet, as I did when I was a younger lad, learn to throw them. See who can draw blood first between you and your brother and sisters. So check this out.
How do you play that game?
It's whoever, I don't know,
throws
runs
the
away
farthest?
first. No, farthest. No, you're trying to cut their skin, bro.
Come
on. No. Where'd you grow up? You're like a house cat or something? Oh man. All right, let's teach you a thing or two. Let's show you how you can actually throw some cards here. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me know when you see that there, Brawnz.
Yep.
All right, so this guy's a professional. Folks, don't try this at home. At least don't try it on your little brother. Start small. Get a pumpkin. Then start throwing it into sheetrock. Work your way.
Do you want to learn how to throw playing cards like this?
What?
All you have to do is grab a playing card, make scissors with your throwing hand, cut the top of the card off, put your thumb on top, fingers below, bend your wrist, and flick your wrist at the target. With a little bit of practice, you'll be throwing cards like Gambit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gambit.
Yeah, like Gambit indeed.
Is that for real?
Oh yeah, sure, I could do that. No, I mean I can. Why not? What's the problem? It's not that complicated. I don't think
have
it
to
is.
try that.
Is it?
Dude.
Yeah, just don't try it on your wife.
Yeah.
If you want to come over one day, we'll get a few beers and start throwing cards together. We'll see who wins.
Someone call the ambulance.
Come on now. Stop being a little funny little. Come on. So you bleed a little. It's fine. Oh, man. All right. Let's move right along here before we bore these folks to tears. Monopoly. Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't know why this wasn't even on your top three. You avoided the classics, I think. You went with the newer stuff. Yeah, I get it. The newer stuff's cool.
Well, I was gonna have honorable mentions real quick, John. I was gonna put Yahtzee in there. I love Yahtzee, the travel Yahtzee too. Oh
yeah,
man,
for sure. I used to like Yahtzee as well, and then I don't know. I got to get the dictionary out. And there's books involved. It's just a lot, but I don't know. Monopoly, roll the dice, land on a space, buy the space, don't buy the space. Maybe you owe someone money. Sounds like reality. Sounds like Capitalism. Love it. Love the guy with the hat, too. Now, I don't know about you, but every time, though, we play here, we have a little bit of a struggle. It's always a struggle because someone is always getting pissed off for one reason or another. I don't know. It seems like always someone is either walking away mad or they're flipping the board. I don't know if it's like that in your household, but maybe you've seen this household and, well, they kind of have the same problem. Let me see. You see that here? Yeah.
Why don't we play Monopoly?
Which version? We've got Star Wars Monopoly, Rasta Monopoly, Gallipolopoly, Edna Corbopoly.
Let's stick to original Monopoly.
There you
The
go.
game is
Good choice.
crazy enough as it is. How can an iron be a landlord?
Pennsylvania Avenue. I want to buy a house. Hey, where'd they go?
Oh.
New shooter!
That's it, baby. Welcome to Marvin Gardens.
Oh, we'll see about that. 1, 2, 3.
What?
Bankrupt.
You're a little light here, Dad.
I'm good for the rest, you know I am.
Well, I'd like to trust you, Homer, but you've been in jail 3 times.
They told me it would be like this on the outside.
These hotels are made of Legos. Bart, you're cheating.
Lisa, it was probably an accident.
Oh, sure. You take his side just because he bought you that house on St. James Place. Who else is going to take care of her?
Exactly how it
Dad?
starts.
Why, you little...
Stop fighting.
Mom, that's not how you pry them apart.
I've been prying them apart since before you were born.
That is true.
Yeah.
It does get competitive.
Competitive. Yeah.
Another case of Monopoly-related violence, Chief.
How do those Parker brothers sleep at night?
Yeah. Indeed. Indeed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, they made Ouija boards too, right?
They did. Actually had one of those. Had a
Oh,
incident of that when we were a child. It was my grandmother's, but we'll save that story for another time.
Oh man.
So, all right, Monopoly. We're going to wrap this one up here, folks. Got one more for you. The granddaddy of them all. You know this one. Have you played this one? Jumanji. You get this at Amazon. And, yeah, actually, swear to God, $50. This game is yours. I don't know if you guys have played this game. Kind of roll the dice and kind of play at your own risk. Batteries not included. Some of them, strangely enough, don't need them. Now, what we did was we actually found some footage here, and this was actually some kids that were playing back in the day. This is the remake. They had an original version of this, and they didn't have any warning labels on it. It was just a bad scene. So let's go ahead and pull that up here. Let me know when you see that. There,
I see it.
You do? All right, here we go. Yeah. Here it is.
What are you doing here?
Kid got beat up.
I brought your bike back. You didn't have to. I was going over to Billy's to
Must have
get it
been the
myself.
game.
I told Billy to stop picking on you. Shouldn't have wasted your breath.
I don't know how they got this footage. It's very clear for the 60s.
What was that?
But
You heard it too? Of course I heard it.
they're obviously
Come on.
hearing things.
I found
but,
this really weird game in the factory. A game?
Now, this kid is obviously super rich. This is how he could afford the game back in the day. These games are
man.
super expensive.
Look at
They
the
only
quality.
made maybe less than 100, and
Less than 100 made. It was definitely not Parker Brothers, right? This is
no, I don't think it was. I don't think it
Jumanji.
was. Yeah,
A game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind.
yeah. It looks exactly like
Roll
the
the
one
dice to
right
move your
now,
token,
except
doubles gets another turn, and the first player to reach the end
Voodoo
wins.
Doctor or something had
Wanna
something
play?
to do with these.
I quit playing board games 5 years ago.
Come on now.
Oh man.
There it is. Roll a 6.
Oh man.
No. Yeah, I know those magnets make it real.
It's gotta be magnetized.
Real
to something.
spooky, scary. Now, I heard they made a video game about this a few decades later, but obviously that doesn't apply for power outages. So,
Man.
Now, obviously, he must be in the old part of the house
Put it away, Alec.
because something else happened.
Oh, man. This is a cursed game.
The game
Curse.
thinks I rolled.
Thinks you
What do you
did.
mean the game thinks?
That's a good question too. Didn't even think about that.
In the jungle, you must wait until the dice read 5 or 8.
Now it gets a little spooky here, folks. I'm not quite sure I understand what happened here, but
What's that mean?
almost looks like he's getting sucked into the game.
Oh no.
Yeah, really spooky. I don't think they had CGI back then.
What about her?
What about her?
Oh
Imagine
man.
probably losing her mind. Oh, yeah, that's it. House is infested, clearly.
Oh yeah, they're bats. Oh man.
What's he got, Jim Henson?
Oh man. Oh wow.
Now, Jumanji. There it is.
Jumanji. Oh wow, man. I gotta
check
finish
it
that now.
Go check it out. If yeah, of course. Now that was the movie. Robin Williams, God bless him. Man, that guy was funny. Awesome movie, and board games. There it is. Any last words for these fine folks before we cut them loose?
Man, no, you can take it away.
Take it away. I don't know. I just feel like any project that's out there, make sure that you're reading the fine print. I think it's important before you roll those dice. Make sure you understand what you're really getting into. Otherwise, you may get sucked right into it. That's all I got to say here, folks. Brawnz, thank you for joining. We appreciate you as always. And folks out there, we appreciate you as well. Thanks for joining. Join us next time. What are we talking about next time, Brawnz? I don't know. We'll figure that one out. We'll be right back, folks. We'll talk to you. Peace.
Peace.